This podcast is brought to you by the Washington State Department of Health. When we think about the COVID-19 vaccine hesitancy in the Black community, let's remember, it didn't happen by chance. It's justified in history. But the will to change the narrative is strong today, and our people are lending their voices to the conversation. We're sharing our stories and the reasons that made us choose the vaccine so we can lead the way for others to make a well-informed choice too. To hear our stories, visit hereforuswa.org.
Geico asks, how would you love a chance to save some money on insurance? Of course you would. And when it comes to great rates on insurance, Geico can help. Like with insurance for your car, truck, motorcycle, boat, and RV. Even help with homeowners or renters coverage. Plus, add an easy-to-use mobile app, available 24-hour roadside assistance, and more, and Geico is an easy choice. Switch today and see all the ways you could save. It's easy. Simply go to geico.com or contact your local agent today.
What's up? It's your boy, the Ted Smith. Thanks for listening to the Men's Room Daily Podcast. Want more? Check out the greatest podcast in all the land, The Podcast. Be sure to subscribe and listen to a brand new episode every Tuesday night.
Back to the conversation. This is the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill. 99.9 KISW.
Best of fast food menu items that no one ever orders, according to people who worked at fast food restaurants. Coming up with a head chef at Ted's Meat and Potatoes. In the meantime, the game is Big Dummy, 206-421-ROCK. Who is our next contestant ready to play the big game?
Hello, John. Welcome to the Men's Room.
Big Dummy.
Hola.
Hola. Johnny on team sober, team not sober.
I'm sober.
Sober John. Welcome to the show. All right, John, we're going to put you to work for a day. What do you think you want to do? Magazine door-to-door sales, apartment sign spinner, a night shift at a convenience store, or working at the Yakima Walmart?
Probably convenience store. Probably see some interesting stuff and I get to have a lot of downtime.
You will see a lot of interesting stuff, but a lot of your downtime is going to involve the mop. I can't even identify what it is you're going to be cleaning up, but I'm saying 3 times a night, something that was once inside of someone's body is now on your floor.
You will be busy. The time will go by faster. That's fact.
You know, that's a good point. It'll be weird work, but time will fly, even without having fun. All right, here's your question. What comedian and Saturday Night Live alum, who's since been banned from SNL, was a drummer in the early days of Steely Dan?
I don't know, Eddie Murphy.
Yes, Eddie Murphy once drummed for Steely Dan, but no.
Chevy Chase.
Yeah, I can see how you make that mistake. It was, in fact, Chevy Chase.
Chevy Chase was Donald Fagen's roommate in college. Or either that or Walter Becker, one of the two.
Either, apparently he's a pretty good drummer, or at least he was, but he's just a douchebag. That seems to be inherently what his problem is.
He drummed in one of Ted's favorite videos with Paul Simon for a little while there.
What, Don't Call Me, or Call Me Al?
Yeah.
Call Me Al?
He was behind the kit there for a little bit.
I seriously
What did he
hate
do to
him.
finally get banned?
He came back and hosted.
Yeah, he's that guy, man. He is just a toxic personality. All right, here's your question. In the cinematic masterpiece that was 1998's Armageddon, there were 2 space shuttles. There was Freedom, and what was the other name?
Oh, boy. Liberty?
Not a bad guess. It's the U.S., man. One is Freedom. The other is
Freedom. The other one is
Patriot.
Independence.
Independence.
That's right.
It's like, yeah, freedom.
Sons of bitches. Names of our fist.
Right.
Law and Order. That's the name of my testicles now. They're in legal trouble.
Turner and Hooch.
Right, Turner and Hooch. All right, here's your question. Benson and Hedges, those are my fist. What popular muscle car, debuting in 1966, was originally intended to be called the Panther?
Mustang?
That's it. No, it's not it.
Nope.
Whoa. Come on. I just go by the year. I thought that was the year that the
so if it's
Mustang
not
came
the
out.
Mustang, Camaro.
Oh, my gosh.
I like Panther better than Camaro.
But wasn't there a car company, Pantera or something like that, which name actually translates to Panther? I don't know if that's why they didn't do it, but just saying. I only know that from my Hot Wheels car collection from years ago. One of the coolest Hot Wheels I had was the Pantera something. And I remember going to my father, I'm like, is this real? He's like, sort of. He's like, the company exists, but so it is. Pantera was the car company.
Yeah. Yeah, I looked up car company Pantera. It says De Tomaso Pantera. And so, yeah, there was a car called the Pantera.
Okay. All right, I'm not crazy, which means Panther. The Black Pantera. Didn't do as well.
Seems like there was another Panther. Like Oldsmobile had one.
An Oldsmobile Panther.
Somebody had
Oldsmobile Panther.
Somebody had a Panther, man, on their car.
The Oldsmobile
Panther. Yeah, something like that.
Well, Mercury had a Lynx.
Right, they had a Lynx.
So maybe it was Mercury had it.
We had one.
There's also a Cougar.
Yeah,
Well,
there's
definitely
the
the
Cougar.
Cougar. Talk about the Panther, though.
The Oldsmobile Panther.
Something.
They
That
work.
sounds like a bad car.
I know, man. It sounds like a car you don't want. What are you driving? That's my Oldsmobile Panther. All right, your question.
Yeah, I mean, listen, this coming from a guy like, we had a Lynx. That thing sucked.
Yeah, of course it did. Sorry, I don't mean it like that. All right, your question. What is the term for any four-sided figure?
A four-sided figure.
Any four-sided figure. It can be a rectangle, it can be a square, it can be a diamond.
Tetrahedron or no?
I was going to say rectangle, so that's obviously not true.
Quadrilateral.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, Miles. You ever heard of the Ford Panther?
Ford had a Panther?
Ford had a Panther.
What
Okay,
year
there
did
we
the
go,
Ford
finally.
Panther come out?
I don't know. They're all over the place. Hang on. Let me do a little bit more here.
I'll be damned.
I knew it.
1978.
Yeah.
That car does not look like a Panther. It's an ugly-ass car.
It's a Mercury.
It looks like
See,
an
it is.
Oldsmobile.
It's a.
Okay, the Mercury Panther.
I knew it.
Okay. The Mercury just
Ford
stick with
Panther.
catnip. Okay, sorry.
Well, Ford made Mercury.
Well, I'm aware of that, but this
Ford's
is still the
making
Ford
Mercury.
Panther.
All right, here's your question. What does ESPN stand for?
Oh geez. Excellence in sport.
I'm just going to say.
Entertainment and Sports Programming Network.
That is correct.
Is that the SB? Or something like that?
Well, the SB is the award that ESPN gives out.
John, you're on question 6.
And SB was just kind of a nickname for ESPN. Like,
Right.
like me and my brother would always call it 7-Eleven Slevin.
Right, Slevin. People in Baltimore think that is actually how you pronounce it, but to the rest of us, we understand. We're just shortening. Going to Slevin. Why do you call it that? Because that's what it says, Slevin. All right, your question. What is the capital of Missouri?
Oh geez. Is it St. Louis?
Nope. Come on, Miles.
Is it Jefferson City?
It is Jefferson City.
City.
Oh boy.
Don't feel bad. It's Missouri. Nobody cares.
I remember. I care.
Except Miles. Miles does care, and Miles remembers.
You ever been to Missouri, Miles?
No.
He doesn't care that much.
I don't care.
Not enough to go.
Right.
But he knows the capital.
I mean, what would I do there?
Wait to leave. Say, how long is this layover?
You went to Kansas City. You had a great time.
I did. I had a fantastic time. But again, I went for a football game.
Yeah, well, you got to go for the right reason. That's all I'm saying. I just need a reason to
Yes,
go.
I would say that. If you're going to go there, go for a very specific reason that just happens to be there.
Yeah, I've been to St. Louis once with a high school basketball team.
Right? Good time. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not interested in going to Indy, but if 500's going on, I could go. I'd be like, man, I go check that out.
Again, but if it's not Indy 500
That's what I'm
weekend,
saying.
are you going to Indianapolis?
No.
What about the Brickyard?
Maybe.
And not the same thing.
No, 500
Oh,
is
that's Formula, right?
No, Brickyard is NASCARs that run at Indy.
Okay. All right. Jesus.
You're not wrong. There is, they call the racetrack the Brickyard because it's
Right.
famous for the bricks and the milk. But then NASCAR started running there a few years ago.
Okay.
I shouldn't
All
say
right.
a few. It's probably been 15, 20 years.
Well, you're getting old. You can say a few. It's how it works, man. Just let it go.
I think
Accept it and move on, Ted. You're getting old. All right, multiple choice question for you. What number did Hank Aaron wear for the Atlanta Braves? 4, 14, 42, or 44?
Oh boy. I'm gonna say 14.
44. You know what I like about you, John? And I mean this honestly. What I'm about to tell you is an honest thing. You don't sound stupid. Like if I met you at the bar, I wouldn't think this guy's an idiot. Now, look, there's evidence to the contrary right here, but I'm saying if we just meet out in public, I'd have no idea.
Well, logically, you got to take 42 out of it. So you already know you only have 3 choices, right?
Yeah, sure.
Well, based on Jackie Robinson, you know 42 doesn't exist.
No,
even if
but he now knows.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
I
42
have no
wasn't.
idea
I don't think he
about
was
that.
retired by then.
I just don't know any famous players who wore it other than. So it's before my memory in like baseball card world.
You see, John had no idea. But again, if you just talked to him at the bar, no idea.
Also played for the Brewers.
Someone says, look up St. Louis City Museums or City Park. It's really cool. And Miles, apparently you would visit the home of Bigfoot Miles. Huh? Oh, visit them.
St. Louis also has the second biggest Mardi Gras outside of New Orleans.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense with a jazz scene there.
Yeah, it's massive.
You know what? Okay, maybe that's the reason.
That's why the hockey team
go to St. Louis.
It's so strange. The St. Louis Blues, you say, you forget about the
I
music
thought,
scene.
I thought it's because like you lived there, and it's like, man, we're just sad. Yeah, my mistake, huh? All right, John, your next question. We're going to go back to math class. What is the point at which two lines meet to form an angle?
Oh boy. Two lines meet to form an angle. Index? No.
You're tracking.
Is it fulcrum?
No, he was closer with index. You're going through your mind because you know it ends with X. It's the vertex.
Ver or ver?
Oh my
God.
V-E-R.
Okay. Vertex, right? Not
Vertex.
vortex.
No.
Question 9.
Question 9. Forgot, again, shockingly. Does not sound this dumb, but here we are. All right, your question. Which planet has a year that lasts only 88 days? Shortest in the solar system.
Say Mercury.
Very good.
Well
Finally
done,
got
sir.
one.
How many questions?
Nice job. It only took him 9.
9?
9.
Usually when you go 9 questions, I've started hating you by like question 5 or 6.
No,
Nah, man, he's a good guy, just dumb.
Plugging along with dumbness.
Oh, yeah.
Game is Big Dummy 206-421-ROCK. Who's our next contestant? Ready to play the big game.
Hello, Brady. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola. Brady, team sober or team not sober?
Team sober.
Brady, welcome to the show. You're going to take a job for a day, man. What's it going to be? Magazine door-to-door sales, apartment sign spinner, night shift at a convenience store, or the Yakima Walmart?
I got to see the wild stuff at the Yakima Walmart.
Yakima Walmart it is.
If you're working there, I don't think you have a choice.
They got a great steakhouse, and you can go play a nice round of golf while you're there.
As soon as you're done with your shift.
That's right.
All right, here's your question. How old was the Big Bang Theory character Sheldon Cooper when he earned his Ph.D.?
Let's go 14 years old.
Oh, he wasn't that smart. Goodness gracious. No, he was 16.
All right.
Ted, we have someone checking in real quick about your shorts color. I think they might be onto something here. It says Ted's shorts are coral.
All right.
And then they add not manly at all. I swear to God.
Not manly at all.
Not manly at all.
you look good.
But I think they may have nailed coral. That sounds right.
They're not for you guys.
Yeah, right.
All right. Your question. What nationality introduced the world to gingerbread houses?
The Swedish?
I'm going to say the Germans.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say Germans too. That makes sense.
Yeah, because they have some scary stories.
Like Hansel and Gretel just seems like a gingerbread house story.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking of.
Yeah. Is it Germany?
It is German.
Okay, cool.
Isn't Hansel and Gretel basically a story about a gingerbread house that is owned by a witch because she wants to eat kids?
Correct.
Yeah,
They want to
yes.
eat the gingerbread.
What ends up happening at the end of that story?
They eat
I'm
the
not
gingerbread,
kidding.
she eats the kids.
I'm okay. Does she eat them?
I'm not sure.
Or they
I don't
get out
think
of
it-
there?
I don't think it ends well. That's why there's not a sequel.
I mean, I don't know. I just remember they went into the woods and left a trail of crumbs or something, and like a bird or a meth head ate them or whatever the hell. But anyway, a witch had the kid in the oven, I think. Like one of them was cooking, right?
The story, the movies that I've seen obviously always have the good ending where the witch eventually gets shoved into the same oven
Yeah,
that the
but
kid was apparently
that's
in.
not
But
the right
Brothers
ending.
Grimm are not known for their
come
happy.
on.
Yeah.
I got a sneaking hunch that the kids didn't make it out.
Let's see.
Hansel did.
He did. Gretel did not.
Oh, he left.
I'm telling you, you're probably not far off. You're probably
I'm
not
making
far
that
off.
up.
Damn.
I'm serious.
All right, your question. What game came bundled with the first Nintendo Game Boy?
Oh, man, that's a good question.
Ooh. Oh, man.
Oh, I got it.
Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and say one of the Zelda games.
That's not a bad guess. No, correct. It is
Tetris.
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 Because what they decided to do, and a lot of video game companies do this, they've changed a little bit now, but back in the day, they gave you their most basic game because you weren't going to pay for Tetris, but you're going to pay for Zelda. So they'd give you Tetris, get you excited, right?
Yeah.
Same thing with like Atari. Like, you got Pong,
Yep.
You're not going to pay for Pong, but if you have it, you play. All right, since we're talking about Tetris, how many shapes are there in Tetris?
4.
5, 7, 6. Oh, what do you got, Mike?
So, just kind of reading the quick synopsis here of Hansel and Gretel, it sounds like they actually did make it out. So she was planning to eat Hansel. He was in a cage. I don't know why Gretel wasn't locked up, but she was. But
she's free range kids.
Yeah, right.
She was also trying to stuff them up to make them fatter.
Correct, because she thought that Hansel was too thin because she was a little bit blind. So while Hansel's locked up and just eating stuff, she's got Gretel helping her out in the kitchen, and she says, "Could you lean inside and check and see if the oven's hot enough?" Because she's going to eat Gretel too. Okay. Gretel figures out what's going on. She's like, "All right, I don't know. What do you mean oven's too? Is it hot enough? I don't know." She finally gets just fed up with it. She's like, This way. This is how you do it." She leans into it. Gretel shoves her in, slams the oven shut, lets her cook like a pork chop, and then the two of them get out.
Do they come back and eat the witch later? Because I would add that in. Director's cut.
A swan
turns out the
carries them
kids are
across the expanse
cannibals.
of water. At the home, they found their only father. His wife died from some unknown cause. Her father had spent all of his days lamenting the loss of their children. He's delighted to see them safe and sound. With the witch's wealth, they all live happily ever after.
Oh damn.
They take her money.
So the kids murder a woman.
They take witch.
Yeah,
I know she's a witch, but let me get this right. So sure, the witch was going to eat the kids. I understand the kids are going to be salty about that. They pay her back. But after they kill the witch, the dad's like, "Hey, man, did she seem wealthy?" And they said, "Yeah." And he said, "All right, we don't tell anyone. We're just taking a crap and we're living well."
They discover a vase full of treasure, including precious stones.
Yeah, well, I mean, look, if you're going to go ahead and murder the witch, then you got to ransack the house.
I'm not saying I'm above that. I'm just saying, actually, I am above that. But I'm not saying
Killing
I'm above
witches?
that. Maybe, I don't know.
I feel like if a witch tried to eat one of your kids, you'd be down with killing this witch.
Okay, I would be down with killing a witch because the witch tried to eat one of my kids. But my kids come running home and they say, "Daddy, you're not going to believe that." I say, "What?" They say, "You know that witch?" I'm like, "Yeah, the one in the gingerbread." I say, "Sure." Turns out she's a cannibal. She tried to eat us. We got out of there. I asked, "What did you do?" My daughter says, "I pushed her in the oven." Is she dead? Yeah, she's dead. I don't know if my next reaction would be like, "All right, listen, before we report this to anyone, we're robbing her house." I feel like that's bad parenting. That's just me.
I don't know. I feel like you've crossed the line at this point.
You have.
We've killed the witch. Like, let's ransack the house.
I'm with Ted.
Yeah, I mean,
the refrigerator. I'm looking at everything.
Do you want to eat what she has in the fridge if her main meal is children? I'm not opening that fridge, homie.
She had gingerbread.
But that's her house.
That's the thing. Maybe we just tear down the house and eat the house.
Yeah.
Okay, that'll teach her.
All right, Brady, question 5.
Here's the bottom line.
All right.
Miles and I are just saying, if we ever, for some ungodly reason, have crossed this line, like,
and killed a witch,
it is on.
All right, what if it was
At least stealing her car?
Yeah.
Sabrina the Teenage Witch? Now, you've killed her. Maybe you hit her with a car or something. She's dead, but she lives in a fat house in Orange County. Are you going to go rob Sabrina the Teenage Witch's house?
Probably not, because she has security cameras.
Well, who's going to stop us? That cat?
I'm not saying anyone's going to stop you.
I'm still ransacking.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Because those security cameras that get the license plate.
Steal the cameras.
When you're talking about a cottage out in the woods, this is an easy ransacking out there for...
Yeah.
So Miles is thinking, like, look, Sabrina's kind of hooked up. She got video cameras. I'm not going to jail.
No, she's Hollywood.
You live alone in the woods.
Game on.
Okay.
Yeah, but we've already, like...
You've already killed her.
She's already dead. Like, we're going to get caught for this anyhow.
Maybe
I'll
not.
ransack it.
Maybe not.
I'm more likely to ransack Sabrina the Teenage Witch's house than the Wicked Witch, because the Wicked Witch creeps me out. Sabrina just looks rich. Mm-hmm. We're terrible people, but that's what I'm thinking. All right, here's your question. Buenos Aires is the capital of what country?
Buenos Aires, Argentina.
You are
Brady.
correcta.
Nice job.
Always
More
wanted
a
to
Big
kill
Dummy on the way. If you'd like to be a contestant, 206-421-ROCK.
This podcast is brought to you by the Washington State Department of Health. As we continue to listen, learn, and grow, we are amplifying Black voices and perspectives in an effort to start a new COVID-19 vaccine conversation. We're sharing stories intended to help us navigate this unprecedented time together and to co-create solutions in support of the Black community. Hear these stories at weconsiderwa.org.
Geico asks, how would you love a chance to save some money on insurance? Of course you would. And when it comes to great rates on insurance, Geico can help. Like with insurance for your car, truck, motorcycle, boat, and RV. Even help with homeowners or renters coverage. Plus, add an easy-to-use mobile app, available 24-hour roadside assistance, and more, and Geico is an easy choice. Switch today and see all the ways you could save. It's easy. Simply go to geico.com or contact your local agent today.
I'm Glennon Doyle, author of Untamed and host of the podcast We Can Do Hard Things. Each week, we talk openly and honestly about the hard things in life together with you. So join us and some of our dearest friends and greatest heroes to talk about anxiety, boundaries, parenting, infidelity, our bodies, loving and losing, all of the things that make us human. Listen to and follow We Can Do Hard Things on Odyssey and everywhere you get your podcasts.
99.9 KISW. Yeah! You're in the men's room.
Big Dummy is the game. 206-421-ROCK. Steve, do we have a brand new contestant ready to play the game?
Oh, we sure as hell do, Miles. And his name is Alex. Hello, Alex. Welcome to the men's room.
Liquor and whores.
Alex, are you sober or not sober?
I'm sober.
Welcome to the show, sir. Alex, we're going to put you to work for one day. You don't have to do this job forever, just one shift. Will it be magazine door-to-door sales, apartment sign spinner, night shift at a convenience store, or working at the Yakima Walmart?
Definitely going to have to go with the Walmart.
Walmart it is. All right. Might even get a discount for a day. You know, when you're an employee, you get a discount.
Right. You get the 8-hour discount.
I'm serious. Well, if you're an employee, even for those 8 hours, during that time,
just shop at the end of your shift.
You get an employee discount, right? I'm just saying.
My best guess is that they do that at Bartell. I do not know this, but it seems like everyone that works at Bartell at the end of their shift, they go through that store and buy a lot of stuff. Or they're thieves, but I assume to buy. All right, here is your question. What woman is currently featured on the $1 coin?
The $1 coin?
Yes.
Oh, God. Queen Elizabeth?
Who? Now, they do not put Queen Elizabeth on American currency.
Is it Sacagawea?
It is Sacagawea. All right, your question. Who painted The Scream?
Who painted The Scream?
Mm-hmm. The Scream. That famous painting looks like the poster for Home Alone.
I'll give you a hint. You want a hint, Alex?
Yes, please.
It's a bedroom move.
That's an awful hint. I have no idea.
It is, but it's funny if you know the answer. Edward Munch.
Oh, okay.
Now you're tracking. All right. Question number 3 for you. What is Homer Simpson's middle initial?
L?
J? Homer J. Simpson. No, I do not know what the J stands for.
Jerome.
Jerome. I'm sure it is. Jamal. It's Homer Jamal Simpson.
Oh!
What do you got there, Mike?
His middle name is Jay.
Jay? Oh, it's just Jay.
Yeah.
Just the letter or the name Jay?
Just, his name is Jay. The name Jay.
Oh, Homer J. Okay. All right, here's your question. Multiple choice. What was the first of Heinz 57 varieties? Ketchup, horseradish, mustard, or Heinz 57 sauce?
I'm going to go with Heinz 57 sauce.
That was actually the 57.
Yeah, they would not have known at the time. Ted, any guesses?
Ketchup. I guess ketchup, right?
Horseradish. I had no idea.
When did it start?
I had no idea.
I feel like horseradish was much bigger back in the day. Like, it still has its place.
I think it's bigger back in the day because you had less ways to preserve food or cover the taste of food that was going south, right?
I like a horseradish like cream.
I'm right there with you.
Yeah.
In fact, I have some in my fridge right now. I
put some on my sandwich today.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. All right, your question. The Minutemen fought during what war?
Civil War.
Revolutionary.
The Revolutionary War. Turns out not a good name for your gigolo service. I tried it. The Minutemen. No phone calls.
Question 6, Alex.
Question number 6 for you. You like the sport of football?
Sure.
All right, well, let's go back to 1911. How many points was a touchdown worth in 1911? Was it 3, 5, 6, or 7?
6.
In 1911, you only got 5 points.
The standard 5-pointer.
Yeah. The old 5-point play. All right, your question. What is the 2-letter abbreviation for Alaska?
AL.
That's Alabama.
That's Alabama.
47. AK.
AK, that is correct.
You're right.
It's a gun joke. Guess I could have gone with Kleshnikov.
Keep thinking of the first thing that comes into my mind.
No, I appreciate that.
Right.
Now, look, the first thing that comes into your mind is wrong a lot. But I like the fact that you go with your gut, man. I mean, that's what they tell you to do.
Alex, was it your idea to have a kid?
Yes.
It was. Okay. Well, you did it.
How old is that kid?
He is 5. He's about to go into his karate class.
Oh, man.
All right.
Bobby, old karate master.
He's going to be the karate kid on the block.
Yeah, man.
Hey, karate kid. I mean, this is a good time to be in the karate again.
It is.
Oh, yeah. He loves it.
One of my son's friends is in the karate, and he's surprisingly good. I'll leave it at that. Hey, Mr. Steve, try to do this. Yeah, all right, miss. Oh, Jesus. Kid's 8 years old. All right, your question. In what Christmas movie would you find criminals known as the Wet Bandits?
Home Alone.
All right. There you go.
Yeah, well,
very good.
That's the one he knows.
Game is Big Dummy, 206-421-ROCK. Who's our next contestant ready to play the big game?
It's a calling card.
Hello, Eric. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola. Eric, sober?
Not sober.
Eric, welcome to the show. Okay, Eric, we're going to put you to work for 1 day, 1 shift.
What's going on, man? Oh, Eric, what's up, dude?
Willoughby Magazine door-to-door sales. An apartment sign spinner. Night shift at a convenience store or working at the Yakima Walmart.
I got to go see what's going on at this Yakima Walmart.
Yeah, right. Walmart is. They're doing really well today on the poll.
Which is shocking because other people have commented from time to time through the course of the show of their adventures there. One of the most recent ones is, I went there. I got punched in the face in the parking lot. Yakima Walmart.
I'll take my chances.
All right, here's your question. It's multiple choice. Jordache, Guess, or Levi's? Which jean company created and sold the first pair of acid wash jeans in 1981?
Levi's.
Jordache.
Guess.
I don't know.
See, that would be the more recent Abbott and Costello. Yeah. What kind of jeans are those? Guess. Levi. No, they guess. All right, the question. How many X-rated films have won an Oscar for Best Picture?
Let's go 0.
1.
Wow. Oh, wow.
Midnight Cowboy back in 1971.
All right.
Thanks.
I would not trust someone who they call the Midnight Cowboy. I feel like bad, creepy things are going to happen to me.
Yeah.
You know why they call me the Midnight Cowboy? No, and I don't want to know.
Yeah, I wouldn't let Midnight Cowboy near me, a dog, my girl, nothing.
Nothing.
He don't care. He's a Midnight Cowboy.
Yeah, he won an Oscar.
That's a good point. Oscar winner for Midnight
for
Cowboy.
being a pervert.
I don't even know what the movie's about.
He was good at it.
I have no idea what the movie's about.
None. John Travolta was a drugstore cowboy.
Drugstore
like
cowboy.
John Travolta was?
Swear to God. It was called Drugstore Cowboy.
He was urban cowboy for sure.
Right. I thought drugstore cowboy was when they were knocking off drugstores to get drugs and stuff.
Maybe that's it. So John Travolta was the urban cowboy. There's also the drugstore cowboys and the midnight.
I think drugstore cowboy was Matt Dillon.
Yeah, that sounds more.
Really?
I believe so. That's an 80s movie, so I was like in my teens, so I barely remember.
There's a lot of cowboys out there.
Yeah.
Urban cowboy.
Urban cowboy. Lil Nas X.
Right. Thank you.
All right. I just said it for you. You don't have to deal corporate this way. Here's your question. The U.S. Forest Service created Smokey the Bear in 1944, and they created it after the deal with Disney ran out. But their deal was to use what character, who also lives in the forest, on their fire prevention posters?
Disney.
Just another forest animal?
Yep, they live in the woods. So for a while.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
Let's do a wolf.
Who did you guess?
A wolf?
No, what Disney character? So it was an actual Disney character, like Goofy.
Yeah. We'll go
Minnie
ahead and
Mouse.
even let you wrap.
Oh, Baloo.
No, and he's still guessing. but not Baloo.
Bambi.
Yes.
There you go. Nice word.
Please don't light the forest. I don't want to be a crispy critter.
You don't want to kill Bambi. That makes sense.
I mean, right.
But with Smokey the bear, you're like, it's a bear. He could hurt me. I don't want him to, I don't care about this guy.
Yeah, but he was very nice.
He was very nice. What I'm saying is, in the scope
if
of
you
things,
start a forest fire, I'll eat you.
Right. Bambi doesn't do that.
Right, but you felt bad for Bambi.
If you start a fire and Bambi dies, because Bambi's mom's already dead.
But I think it's better because when you have to talk to your kids about forest fires, that happen here every year, instead of saying to my kids, hey, no, guys, stop crying. Bambi didn't burn up to death. Yeah. It's a lot easier to say, Smokey Bear told you to be careful.
His name is Smokey. It's almost like if you had a gambling addiction mascot, right? And his name is Craps. I mean, it just kind of goes against the whole point of, forest fires. If it's Smokey, there's obviously a fire.
But it's not Sparky, it's Smokey.
I know, but
it's
still.
Smokey Bear.
It's because it's already been said.
I feel like Sparky Bear, you definitely go like, guys, you got to change the name.
Smokey's out there chiefing.
Sparky.
Game is Big Dummy, 206-421 Rock.
Sparky Bear, that would be awful.
He's always excited. Just wants to give you a big hug.
Hello, Dan. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola. Dan, sober, not sober?
Not sober.
Welcome to the show, Dan. All right, Dan, you got to work a job just for one day. Willoughby Magazine door-to-door sales, an apartment sign spinner, night shift at a convenience store, or the Yakima Walmart.
I'm going the door-to-door, the magazine sales, because I actually did that before, and it wasn't bad.
Oh, yeah?
I mean, you get fresh air, and you're hanging out with your friends, and you get smoke breaks whenever, so whatever.
Okay, all right, fair enough.
I like the attitude.
You sold me.
By the way, Miles, it wasn't just Matt Dillon. He was in Drugstore Cowboy. Who was the female lead, I believe? Oh, this is a woman. She's about our age, and both of us want to give her our dirty business.
Winona Ryder?
No. Well,
Bridget Fonda.
No. I mean, look, you're not wrong about giving the dirty business, but specifically...
Natalie Portman.
No, I want to give her the dirty business, too. She's about 50 or 51 years old, Miles. Both of us are so glad she is.
Was she in The
Drew
Boys?
Barrymore.
No.
I don't know.
Heather Graham.
Oh, Heather Graham?
Yeah.
Oh, good God.
I want to make some graham crackers.
Man. I would drink her bathwater. I would. Seriously. I mean, seriously. If you gave me a cup and said, this is Heather Graham's bathwater, I'd be like, give me that. I'm drinking it.
What if we thought she farted in it 3 times?
I'm drinking it.
I'm with Mike on this one. That term just...
I'm just saying,
like if it would help me get to where I want to be, I would do it, but I would not just do it because Heather Graham's naked ass.
I want to take you to Red Lobster, and she's like, Doug, I'll do it if you drink a cup of my bathwater. I'm like, I'm in. I'll drink 2
Watch
cups.
the extras in Hangover season. They're alive.
Oh, I know.
We know.
We
know what she does.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We're not fools.
We got it, Dan.
All right. Let's get our penis back in our pants here. All right. Here's your question. Tigers, bulldogs, and eagles. Of those 3, which animal is the most used sports nickname for college teams?
Oh, man, I'm going to go with Eagle.
I'll say Tigers.
Eagles. It is, in fact, Eagles. So right now, Eagles has 76 teams. Tigers has 46 teams, and Bulldogs are 40 more. Side note, typically when you come up with these mascots, man, and you're named it after an animal, you pick animals that, generally speaking, would strike fear, right? An eagle, it's always portrayed as bad. A tiger, say no more. But in the world of dogs, I mean, look, I like bulldogs. It's not that. But when I see a bulldog, fear does not hit my heart.
Oh, okay.
I think expressing anal glands. I just feel like if you're going to pick a dog breed that scares the hell out of people,
right?
You can go the
Mike,
shepherd,
when we were
pit bulls.
Ted can attest to this. When you were when we were living on the East Coast, there was nothing scarier than being approached by an Oriole. You don't know, you don't know what those birds are going to do at any moment. They could chirp. They're just scary as hell. So
now they're not as scary as Blue Jays.
That an Oriole, I mean, it's like like a cardinal could do some damage. A Blue Jay could kick your ass. Ravens, Hawks, Falcons,
Blue Jay,
Eagles, all these animals, predatory animals. But an Oriole,
a Blue Jay,
that's like saying the chickadees.
Well, sure.
I mean, look, I'm a Maryland fan. We got the terrapin. It's a turtle.
I think that is a little word. Because it's not scary, and also it's slow.
So
you're saying our athletic program, we strike fear into no one, and really, we can't keep up.
You put a finger down here, though, we'll bite it.
Right, you got to get real close to us for us to do something.
How about a gopher? Is a gopher threatening?
It'll tear up your yard.
Not
it's something you
but
don't like, though, right?
Well, it's a gopher.
But you don't like
a razorback. I know what that is. It's a crazy wild pig, right?
Yeah.
I mean, some of these animals, you understand. There might be a threat. There might be something there. But the cardinal's pretty lame, even though they can be aggressive.
Most of if you're not a hawk/falcon or eagle, I mean, what do you have left, man? You got blue jays, so what? You got cardinals, so what? The Oriole might be the worst of all.
Well, but let me ask you this. Would you, I prefer when people use regional animals.
I do agree with that.
As opposed to,
Detroit Lions.
Right, or LSU Tigers, the Bayou Bengals. There's never been a Bengal tiger down there, except the one they bought and have in a cage.
You're right.
Good point.
Except that one.
Game is Big Dummy, 206-421-ROCK.
Hello, Dikey. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola. Uh-oh. Sober, not sober?
What even is sober?
Yeah, good call.
Okay.
Not sober.
All right. Work for a job for one day. Will it be magazine door-to-door sales, an apartment sign spinner, night shift at a convenience store, or the Yakima Walmart?
I was going to say a sign spinner, and then you mentioned something earlier about the discount.
Do you want to go Yakima Walmart then?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Maybe you could work the watch section and help check.
Okay.
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Hang on there, Dikey. We got some Smokey the Bear information. Now, Miles, I don't want you to feel like a jackass.
Smokey Bear.
What? But it's inevitable. So Smokey the Bear was named Smokey the Bear because as a cub, he was found in the burned-out forest and he was adopted by a ranger. It was an actual bear cub.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so
wow,
it was an actual bear cub that was injured in a forest fire. Mm-hmm. They named him Smokey, and then that became the spokesperson. So that's why they call him Smokey the Bear.
Okay.
Why would you call him that?
I mean, all right.
I still think it's a bad idea. If someone left a kid on my doorstep, all right,
and he was what if you ran
I wouldn't name him Matt because I found you.
Or
in
you
front
ran
of
into
my
a
door.
burning building, man. There's a kid in there, and you pulled him out. And he's all charred up, and you name him Ash.
Right? There's just why would you do that?
You wouldn't.
But I mean, naming children and naming bears, two different worlds.
It doesn't have to be. I rescued this baby floating in the water. I named him Bob. All right. True or false? In ancient Rome, the punishment for killing a parent was being sewn into a bag with a monkey, a snake, a dog, and a chicken, and then being thrown into a river to drown.
The what of a parent?
If you were to commit murder against one of your parents.
Right, so true or false?
The penalty would be
sewn into a bag with a monkey, a snake, a dog, and a chicken, and then thrown into a river to drown. True or false?
I feel like that's oddly specific to be false, so I'm going to say true.
I just want everyone to remember, she's one and done.
Oh, nice work. Oh,
I don't know
kicking
how
ass.
Think about
names.
this. You know what, you son of a bitch? Sew him in the bag. No, wait. Throw a monkey in there. Wait, hang on. Put a snake in there, too. And then we got a dog, yeah. Put old Rufus in there. And a chicken. Now let's throw his ass in the river to drown.
Okay, but what is the one thing that you need to worry about more than anything? What animals are going to go up against each other? Because, look, man.
The monkey and the dog are going to have a rough time.
They are going to have a very difficult.
But they're in a bag with you.
And a chicken. And a snake. So the snake's going to go after the chicken. There's no doubt about that.
Right. Snake's going after the chicken.
The snake's going to be freaked out. He's going to start biting everybody.
Yeah. But I think the monkey's going to know how to deal with the snake. On some level, I feel like they'll be somewhat familiar. Right?
Monkey's after that dog.
The monkey's going after the dog, right? Because to the monkey, that's going to be the biggest. Meanwhile, you're
in the middle of it.
And here's the thing. The monkey and the dog are fighting, and you're thinking, they don't know yet. They're about to be thrown into a goddamn river and drowned.
Which one freaks out first when they realize they can't breathe and they're drowning?
The monkey.
The monkey?
The monkey.
Yeah. Okay.
I absolutely
that
believe
doesn't seem very Roman.
What, to have a monkey hanging around?
No, that there's a punishment. You kill your parents. It feels like the Roman thing is now you charge.
Yeah, but I think the way they look at it with parents, you killed your parents.
Let's do one more.
Put that boy in the sack. We'll do one more. Hello, Nick. Welcome to the men's room.
Liquor and whores.
Liquor and whores.
Nick, are you on Team Sober?
Definitely not.
Not sober, Nick. All right. Nick, work a job for a day, magazine door-to-door sales, apartment sign spinner, night shift at a convenience store, or the Yakima Walmart.
I got to give a shout-out to the Puppyland guy, man. I saw him rocking out his sign during a bunch of picketing. People were trying to protest the Puppyland in the first place, but he was still rocking out. But I'll still go with Yakima Walmart because that sounds amazing.
Okay, it does. The only difference is, like, you actually have to be there for 8 hours. The rest of us can just bail out. All right, here's a question. Can you bring what?
I'll go for it.
No, I'm just saying, I think it'd be cool, like, somebody says, hey, man, do you know where the, ant killer spray is? And you go, I have no idea. It's my first shift.
Yeah, no,
I get the same answer every day. I'll try to help you, man. Let's go walk around.
Yeah, I do. I'll take you to the shoe section.
I have no idea where the
Put
ant
these
killer
on your
is.
feet and stomp. All right.
But you got to make sure you don't get stabbed while you're there, too, so you got to watch your back.
Yeah, and you still got to work at the Walmarts. I mean, people are stopping you every 2 feet.
Right, you're still just trying to work, and these people...
Trust me, door-to-door sales is the easiest one on this list.
You just don't make any money. It's a wasted day. Every other job, you could definitely get paid.
As long as the door doesn't get slammed in your face or arm, you should be all right.
You'll probably get plenty of slams, but I'm used to that, usually when I get home. All right, your question. Pomology is the term used for the science of growing what fruit?
Can you repeat the first word? I couldn't hear it.
Pomology, Pomology. As a hint, this would be if Ted were to work in the world of fruit science, this is the one he would pick. I think. We've never actually
your
had it.
hands. I have no idea, honestly.
I'll guess apples, just based on the fruit.
Apples.
I had a new one today.
What? A new variety?
Yeah, the sugar bee.
That's the one VD was telling us about.
Correct. He gave me one. Quite delicious. Not quite as juicy as a Honeycrisp, but it had good crispness, enough juiceness, and smaller than the Honeycrisp.
Oh. Oddly enough, he explained it almost exactly the same way to me a couple days ago.
Yeah, it was really good. I'm thinking about adding it to the lineup. But also, I've been on oranges for months, so it's kind of nice to get oranges. Yeah, it's kind of nice to get apples back in the mix.
Apples and oranges, see? All right, your question. Nyctophobia, scotophobia, lygophobia, and acluophobia are all the fear of what? Kids mostly have a fear of it.
Can you repeat the words again?
You know, I sure can, because they just roll off the tongue. Nyctophobia, scotophobia, lygophobia, and, oh boy, acluophobia. They're all the fear of what? Mostly this affects children.
Needles or knives?
The dark?
The dark.
The dark.
The dark.
Knives.
Darkness.
Oh, my kids have been shooting up since they were 3.
Sure, but like getting stabbed, I don't know.
Well,
I hope your young kids are like, Dad, you know what, I'm scared of the dark. But no, getting stabbed. Like,
I know that.
It seems a little odd.
You're right.
Who are they hanging with?
Yeah, I mean,
Who the hell wants to get stabbed?
The wrong crowd.
You're right. It is a healthy fear. All right, your question. What gas is exhaled by human beings? Out of their mouths and nose, I should add.
Carbon monoxide?
What'd you guess?
Carbon dioxide?
All right. There you go.
Well done.
There you go. Head Chef coming up. We've got the best fast food menu items that no one ever orders. This is according to workers at fast food restaurants.
They would know.
You are listening to The Men's Room